Riley Green in the studio with us. Got his Gunner Kennels swag on.
A little
Love
chilly
it.
out there, man.
Yeah, I love it. Looks good. Did you do a lot of? How many dogs do you have? Did you train that you've got trained?
I got two dogs. Well, trained. No, I've got a yellow lab, Jazz. It's my duck dog. She's trained, and then I got a little corgi blue heeler mix named Carl.
Little disappointed you didn't bring Carl. Not
everybody.
gonna lie, my favorite Instagram follow.
Listen, it's he knows he's famous
Yep.
too. Like I had to shoot for Purina the other day, and that was with Jazz, my duck dog, and Carl wasn't having it. He walked into every shot. Like he knows.
He knows. He's like,
the man.
no. You got two dogs, baby.
I've got a friend who's got one of those ovcharkas or whatever. Have you seen those?
It's
What's
a what?
that?
It's
I've
a
never-
Caucasian Shepherd dog. It's 225 pounds. This thing's head is that. It's a bear. I've never seen one of these, but apparently they're like super protective. And like if you've got property and stuff, you want to have
Oh,
these.
really? Well, yeah, I can imagine.
All you have to
Yeah.
do is look at a 225-pound dog. That's enough protection. It doesn't have to do
It's a
anything.
big
It just sits
slobber
there.
monster, man.
Yeah.
Did you have
Like-
to send? Did you send your dog off to get trained?
No, I train Jazz myself, but she's not like field trial or nothing. But she'll go get a duck,
Oh, okay.
and she'll sit.
All
So
right.
those are two great things that are
All
going
right.
on.
I've got a dog that has a diaper on at night, so that's where I'm at.
Well, it'd be something if you taught it to put it on itself.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Anyway. Riley's got a new album out. It's called Ain't My Last Rodeo. And on that is this one. It's called Different Round Here with Mr. Luke Combs. We'll play it for you now. We'll come back, talk more with Riley Green. Hang on. Riley Green. The new album is called Ain't My Last Rodeo, and you can get it now.
I can't tell you how many times I listen to all those live things because you've got a bunch of live stuff that's out there, and the shows are great. I'm so excited about this album right now, D. You have no idea.
Is this some of the older stuff that you're bringing on? It's been done for a while.
There's well, a lot of this stuff I've played at shows. I mean, I'm always been kind of bad about playing songs I write, kind of testing them out with the crowd or whatever, and then they'll become songs that the fans know. So I've got a couple of songs that, I've written a year ago, 2 years ago that kind of just had to be on this album. Fans were just kind of very vocal about it, and then there's some stuff that's brand new. So it's kind of a good mix.
Your grandfather was a big inspiration on this, I hear.
Yeah, my granddaddy Buford passed away in 2010, and he spent a few months in the hospital. And while he was in the hospital, he said something to me that it stayed with me. It took me 13 years to write the song, but he said, "This ain't my last rodeo." And, it was just kind of his way of trying to make it a little easier on me. We were very close, and I knew I was having a tough time with it. And I thought it was just a cool message to kind of have that positivity in a tough time. And so it's a personal song, and obviously I was very close with both my granddaddies and big influence on me musically. And
I know the I Wish Grandpa's Never Died was one of those songs that there's a video outside. Y'all should look it up. It's on somewhere on YouTube, but you're playing somewhere, and it's like all these college kids are just singing along with it, and it's like goosebumps.
yeah, it's funny when you have a song like that. People always say, hope you don't get tired of playing it because you're going to play it the rest of your life. And I honestly will never get tired of playing that song. It's for that reason, because I can see the passion from fans. Somebody cries every night.
Mm-hmm.
And as a songwriter, there's nothing better than getting some kind of reaction and some kind of emotion from fans. And obviously it's a personal song, but people have really make that one about their own life or their own loved one or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, I mean, going back to the people who say, hope you don't get tired of playing that, you're playing it for different people every night. And so you're going to get a different reaction every night. So it's cool to see the different crowds react to the different parts of the song even.
Yeah, and I started out 10 years ago, 12 years ago playing in Northeast Alabama in bars, and I'd play in Jacksonville, Alabama probably 3 nights a week, every week for 3 years, And I mean, it's crazy now that I'm traveling so much and playing in front of new fans, and we did the stadium tour with Luke Combs. So yeah, I'm really playing in front of fans for the first time pretty often, and it's an opportunity to go win some new fans over, but also somebody's hearing that song for the first time is kind of exciting to think about,
Yeah. The album is called Ain't My Last Rodeo from Riley Green. Check that out. We'll come right back more with Riley on the way. Riley Green in the studio. The new album is out. It's called Ain't My Last Rodeo, and you can check him out on tour as well. doing all your. I can't believe this, man. You're doing like big old arenas, headlining. Look at you. Look at you, man. Congrats on everything. It's
no big deal.
That's no big deal.
You saw who's going on tour with me next year.
Yeah,
TL?
Tracy Lawrence.
How crazy is that?
Yes.
Yeah, Tracy's the
Man,
man.
I was really fortunate. A couple of years ago, I had an arena tour, and I had Travis Tritt out open a show. I had John Michael Montgomery out.
Yes.
Sammy Kershaw did some
Come
shows, and I'm
on.
like, I mean, that's just I would go just watch them, you know, and
Yeah.
to have them out on a tour with me, I was so surprised at how even my youngest fans knew Sammy Kershaw stuff.
I've tried to figure out what it is, why that is, and I don't know why.
I kind of do. During the lockdowns, you saw a lot of people. Like I would watch my kids, and they were listening to during that time. They were listening to discovering the Beatles and Queen and all that kind of stuff. So I think that there's a large group of kids who, you know, out of boredom or out of curiosity, will find those older, you know, artists and go, you know what, this is good. And then they just discover them on their own. And then they share them with their friends.
When people name check them in their songs, it's like you said, they had the time
Yeah.
to suddenly go back and say, oh, they're an influence. I'll go listen. I'll check them out.
Yeah. I've always said that this era in country music is like everybody wants to know about the guy nobody knows about. I've always noticed we used to have a meet and greet at my shows where I'd get up and play 3 songs acoustic for people a little early before doors, and everybody would come in. That's like your super fan, you know, and they would request a song of mine that I wrote when I was like 16. You know, that's like a horrible video on YouTube is all there is, and they just wanted me to know they knew it, that to be that type of fan. And I think, you know, when I announced Sammy Kershaw was going on tour with me, I think my fans go and they find them and they want to be able to sing those songs. They want to be in the front and people go, oh yeah, I know this song. I know that B-side or whatever it is. And it was really cool having him out. And Tracy Lawrence is legendary, so really excited about that.
We do have one thing that Bubba, you and Riley have in common.
What's that?
You're both underwear models. So yeah, that's a new thing. Congrats on that. Is that weird?
Yeah.
When you're on when you're on set, like,
come on, man.
why? What's wrong? Are you uncomfortable?
I mean, not right now. I've got my clothes on.
I'm uncomfortable even talking about it. But is it weird? Like you're in your underwear and you're on a set and people are taking videos and stuff.
It was less weird than I thought, but I wasn't like getting oiled up, like just naked. You know, so I mean, it was the word. It was tasteful. Okay.
And it's all like that's the thing, right?
I mean, they got socks and T-shirts too. You know, so I was like, I was clothed. I was just walking around the set with like people powdering my butt. Like it was kind of normal.
Do you do the whole thing like the ballerinas do, the male ballerinas where they have the big?
I would have to guess no, I didn't do what the male ballerinas did. I don't know what they do, but I didn't.
You know the thing.
Yeah, the thing. Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
Whatever.
I told him I didn't
The
want to do
lift,
the whatever that thing is. Carson, what's it called?
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
You know the ballerina thing.
The ballerinas, the male ballerinas, they have. It looks it's a thing. It's like a
piece.
It's like a hubcap. I don't know what the.
Oh, you're talking about like a cup.
Yeah, it's like a cup.
They had a lot of different like options for that. There's a lot of science out there. We'll get into it in the next segment. Stay around, folks.
All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah, don't Google it. You'll get all kinds of weird. Yeah, I was like, let me see what this is called because you wanted to know. Yeah,
it took a long time to get there. Like we went a roundabout way to figure out what you're talking about.
Well, I was weird. I didn't want to. I wanted to know, but I didn't want to ask.
But that's a cup is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, it's good to see you. All right. The album.
I'm wearing one now, actually.
Bubba kept checking in a second. Riley Green, the album is called Ain't My Last Rodeo. Make sure you do yourself a favor and get it and then go and support him on the road. Buy his merch. He's got underwear. He's got cups to buy. Man, this guy's busy.
Are you selling merch like underwear on the road?
Nobody sells underwear.
You should.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
what are you talking about?
Should.
Now,
point of order.
Now, would I shoot to have a T-shirt cannon at my shows? Yes.
Okay.
You need to be selling underwear, those lace roses, like panty roses. You know what I'm talking about? And it has
Do you know the amount of rock shows I've been to where they will sell you underwear with the band's name on it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can like throw it on the stage?
No, that you can go home and take it home.
Wear it. I mean, I never have. I bought it and I have a collection, but it just sits there.
You bought that stuff?
Oh, I have a
with
box.
all the different band names on
Box
it.
of
Yeah.
underwear.
Yeah. Yeah,
See?
I've never worn any of it.
What
but
if I
it-
just write my name on some and I'll bring
Oh
y'all
my
some?
gosh, you know
Yeah.
how much you could charge for that? Come on, I know like 6 girls I could text right now that would buy it.
Carson, why do
Are
you have
they
to make
awake?
it? You have to make it weird all the time.
I made it weird. Okay.
Riley Green, everyone. Thank you, brother. Well, because over the years, teenage kids have told you to like and subscribe, we don't have to say that anymore.
You know what to do.